Health Union, Nehawu, are handing over a memorandum to the Northwest Legislature, and of course they've called for a shutdown. There have been strikes in that province affecting all health facilities. Let's take you there live now.
Phambili ngomzabalazo wabasebenzi phambili. Comrade President Makwaiba and the leadership of Nehawu Collective, leadership of the party led by the Provincial Secretary, leadership of Sanko, leadership of SASCO, but more importantly, comrade, bonke abasebenzi abathe today bezala siyanibingelela. Okokuqala nje comrade, sithi asijoyine lama comrade akhulume ngokuzwelana nabantu base Palestine ngale massacres of over Okay, English. Firstly, comrade, we want to extend our solidarity with the people of Palestine, those women and young children unarmed, killed by the US and Israel. We must remember, comrade, what Matiba said, that as long as the people of Palestine are not free from the Israel apartheid, we as South African, we can never be free. Secondly, comrade, I want to thank Comrade Motsoaledi to be here to represent the African National Congress. I'm raising this issue, comrade, because the African National Congress is supposed to be marching with us, is our movement. But the leaders of the African National Congress in this province have decided to be the enemies of the people. We are here, therefore, comrade, to remind the ANC of its resolution in Nasrec. They said, comrade, there will be zero tolerance on corruption. They said they will move with speed, and those that are accused of corruption must step aside so that the investigation can continue freely. They said, comrade, in Nasrec, all government must do away with outsourcing and insource all the work that they are doing. They said in Nasrec, comrade, the public sector, the workers in the public sector are key in the transformation. They said, comrade, the health sector is very important because it's about the life of all South Africans. But what is happening here in the province, comrade, is totally the opposite. Corruption here, or corruption allegations, are very ripe. And the people that are accused of corruption are refusing to step aside so that investigation can continue freely. Here in this province, comrade, whether it's in the health sector or in the hospital, outsourcing, tendering, and corruption is rife. What therefore we are calling, comrade? We are calling for the continuation of the march on 27 September 2017, that corruption has no space in South Africa. We rally behind the leadership of Comrade Ramaphosa because we believe ukuthi he stands against corruption. But we are losing patience, comrade. The ANC government is moving very slowly. People are looting, people are disappearing to India to go to Dubai and etc. Arrest them, confiscate their passport so that we can believe that the ANC is serious about corruption. The last one, comrade. To the leadership of Nehawu, we said we are very proud, comrade Makwaiba, to mobilize the workers and remind them all the time that worker unity is very important. We need to go back to where we work and organize every worker that does not belong to Nehawu. Nehawu is the future. Nehawu is there to protect workers. Let us unite behind Nehawu and organize every single worker. Amandla. Long live Nehawu, long live.
Pakama, 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 Ramaphosa lixesha. Shalisa, pakama, 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 Ramaphosa lixesha. Shalisa, amandla kawethu. Siyabulela General Secretary for the support, comrade, that they are giving us as Nehawu. And you know, comrade, what? Nehawu is a fighting union. Each and every department, comrade, we didn't forget, comrade, about social development. Each and every department, comrade, we are going to attend. In fact, we are attending to the issues. I've heard, comrade, on this side. Without wasting time, comrade, we will call upon the president, the #1 shop steward of this giant union. E-union, comrade, Kabheki Mkhize. E-union, comrade, Kayurem Gyokoro. People, comrade, who fought for this union. We can't, comrade, in our era to disappoint them. When things are not right, comrade, we must be united. And unity is strength. We are going to call upon, comrade, the president of the organization, the president of the world, the president Mzwandile Makwaiba. Zizojikisinto tulamto ukalalelant unukalelani Zizojikisinto tulamto Wenukalelani, Isikalo somfana siwoye. Wenukalelani. Sizojika izinto, comrades. Over to you, President.
Amandla. 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 Awuthule mntana mncane. Thula mntanami. Awuthule mntanami. Thula mntanami. Awuthule ngane encane. Thula mntanami. Awuthule mntanami. Thula mntanami. Awuthule ngane encane. Thula mntanami. Awuthule mntanami. Thula mntanami. Awuthule ngane encane. mtanam, awuthule ngane ncane. Thula mtanam, awuthule mtanam. Thula mtanam, awuthule ngane ncane. Thula mtanam, awuthule mtanam. Thula mtanam, awuthule ngane ncane. Thula mtanam, awuthule mtanam. Thula mtanam, awuthule ngane ncane. Thula mtanam, awuthule mtanam. Thula mtanam. Amandla, amandla, amandla. Thank you very much, Comrade Chair. Second Deputy President, Comrade Zola Sapeta, the General Secretary, the Nehawu NOBs, the leadership of the Communist Party, national in the province, and the Minister of Health, Comrade Motsoaledi. There are those who thought we are tired. There are those who thought we cannot fight. Today they must know we have money, we have energy, we have time. We are going to slowly deal with them one by one, and one by one. The first target was Supra. The first target was Supra. We told him, when you don't listen to us, you must know that Ingos is our question. Unfortunately, Comrade Motsoaledi, the next target is a Department of Health. The next target is a Department of Health. This is a national action. We are going to follow province by province. I suspect that the Eastern Cape is the next target province. Comrade, this department, a department that is run by the government of the African National Congress, 8 provinces are a problem. We are not paid our money, we are not paid our assessment, we are not paid things that we are entitled to. We want to tell those who think that you are lapdogs, we are desk of the government, that you're wrong. We are going to fight. And this is a fight that we are prepared for it. We have an energy and we are going to proceed to fight, and we're going to fight so that the national government of the African National Congress listens to us. Madiba said, when he was addressing COSATU Congress, few years after he was released, that when the ANC assumed power, when the government of the African National Congress do not listen to you, you must fight to the government of the African National Congress as you did to the apartheid government. That's a promise. That's a promise. That's a promise that we are going to do. Very soon, we are going to ask the General Secretary of Nehawu to ask the meeting to the minister. We want the minister to come forward with litigations against the department, including the litigation of Isitibeng, including the money that is being used there. Because we told government was shouting. I am surprised that other leaders pretend to not know. We told government shouting that do not remove those people in Isitibeng. They did not listen to us. Look what happened. Look what happened. Comrade Motsoaledi, this is a failure of privatization. This is a failure of neoliberal. Government must not tell us when we ask salary and say to us, We have spent 40 billion. So what? You can spend 280 billions in paying public service workers, because that's where you must invest. So, comrade, the workers in Northwest have listened to his leadership. They have listened to us. We said to them, be resilient, fight. We are together with you, fight. We're going to organize resources, fight. We will support you, fight, up until you get what you want. Now that the government of Northwest, led by Supra, is under administration, we must now meet to those people who matter the most, including the Department of Affairs National, to say, we said to you, you must fire the HOD. The minister says it was not appointed by me. We said, okay, we will follow Supra and we will deal with Supra, including his HOD. They are both gone. President. They are both gone. So we're going to continue this fight. And today is one of those fires that we are shooting. We are warning careful national government, careful government of the Eastern Cape, and careful any other province where we have issues. Nehawu is alive, and you must never not to listen to us, because if you don't, if you don't listen, now, comrades, Mahikeng, say overseas. Comrades, we want the government of the African National Congress, as it called its ambassador from Israel. We are saying to the government led by Comrade Ramaphosa, the choice of workers, our choice. We are saying to that choice that we have elected you, we promoted you to be elected so that you can listen to us. We are saying to choice of workers, Comrade Silen, you must fire the Israel embassy in South Africa. We are saying to Comrade Silen and the government of South Africa, the architects, the mastermind behind the killing in Palestine is Donald Trump, is the United States of America. Go to United Nations, campaign for the sanction against the United States of America. There's nobody untouchable. You must fire the ambassador of the United States of America. Go there and argue that they must, because there is them who have created the home of people of Palestine becoming the Israel home. Therefore, we are not going to win this war if we do not touch the America. America, of course, has all armies in the world, but what they don't have is the mass of people. What they don't have is the mass of people. The mass must take it up. We are calling upon to all organizations in the world to condemn the United States of America, including Israel. Well, we are international in nature. I personally met the president of WFTU, the president of World Federation of Trade Union. He says to me, I must tell you that World Federation of Trade Union, WFTU, is together with you in condemning Israel and America. And WFTU says to you, we will always to be together with people of Palestine as long as South African workers are adding that voice. We are calling to all international federation, including the collaborators, that that they must condemn what Israel did. If they stand for the working class, we therefore say to them, this is your opportunity. You must talk against what the government of Israel do, and you must talk about the government of Israel. Comrade, I was told that I should brief you about the West negotiation. We have not signed, and we are not going to sign, because we met with you in regions. You said to us, you must not sign this agreement because it does not address stealing, does not address level 1, 2, and 3, does not address the question of medical aid, it does not address the question of housing. We said to government, if you don't establish 1, 2, 3, at least you must enhance those levels. You must make them attractive, because you must add something. They didn't do. The simple thing they did, they said to us, whoa, whoa, whoa. Look, we have spent so many billion. We managed to get so many billion. We can't go further. We are not talking about billions. We're talking about service delivery. Firstly, you must make your staff competent to be prepared to go to work, to have an interest to go to work, to be staying in homes that are genuine, to be workers that they are working. Therefore, we can't be told about how many billion we've spent. We don't care. We can't be told about how many billion you spend. You must spend billions, because the public sector is where the state must invest. Remember, when we get into the government of apartheid in 1994, when we get into power, we have more than 1.3 million employees of the state. Today, I am told we have just 1,100,000 and something. We demand to government to fill those posts. We demand to government, because when you don't fill those posts, when people come to hospital, they think it is us who don't deliver service. They don't know that we're struggling. They don't know that we're struggling. We become target because government refuses to invest in public service. Those who want to privatize public service, you will do that on our dead body. You're not going to do it. We promise you a very good fight, a holy fight for that matter. You're not going to do it. We are going to march again and demand to government to invest in public sector, to spend money. Don't tell us about 40 billion. We want more than 280 billion to make sure that public sector is capable of delivering service to its people. So what? You can spend trillion for that matter. Forget about nuclear. Will nobody threaten us? Take the money of nuclear that you are wasting and make sure that public sector we are investing and we are able to give people service. Let's fight, comrades. Let's fight. Let's fight. Let's definitely fight. Let's tell our government. Let's tell our government we are here. We elected you to deliver to people. If you don't, invest into this department. Comrade, that's a message. I want to thank the comrades in depot. Are you here? The comrades in depot, medical depot, are you here? Well done. Well done. We appreciate your struggle. We are together with you. And we are here because of your effort. Well done. Do it again. 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 Because it's important, you must do it. Because it's important, you must do it. Do it again. Let's keep on fighting. People are going to recognize us by fighting. Those who strike on TV, like PSA, those who strike on TV, on radio, like PSA, can it strike in PSA? Who dollars strike? Nifumane increase through our effort. Can get nani ngoku? Wa strike TV, strike as manje. We are sacrifice. If you're not prepared to sacrifice, that can never be a war. There's a song, comrades. There's a song. This song was composed when Olomisa allowed Abatem to bury King Dalingebo Sabata Kabusha. Emveni koba umzimba wakho ufika uvele saga ekhashwa ngunomzamo. Amajonika kamathanzima adubula ibhokisi kuba ifuna uqiniseka into yokuba ufile ukumkani. Athi amaqabane ulimenele meno mathanzima yebe ngcwabo Sabatha ngokwakhe. Ulimenele meno mathanzima yebe ngcwabo Sabatha ngokwakhe. Ulimenele meno mathanzima yebe ngcwabo Sabatha ngokwakhe. Olekhawe Sabatha. Olekhawe siyamazi. Olekhawe Sabatha. Olekhawe siyamazi. Nibonile nalenjo mathanzima yebe ngcwabo Sabatha ngokwayo. Nibonile nalenjo mathanzima yebe ngcwabo Sabatha ngokwayo. Olekhawe Sabatha. Olekhawe siyamazi. Amandla Sasishilo siyodibana. Sasishilo siyodibana. Ayamasa bekwelangeni. Ayamasa bekwelangeni. Ayamasa bekwelangeni. Ayamasa bekwelangeni. Sasishilo siyodibana. Sasishilo siyodibana. Ayamasa bekwelangeni. Ayamasa bekwelangeni. Thank you very much.
Amasa bekwelangeni. Amasa bekwelangeni. Thank you, President, for that input. Comrades, when things are not happening inside the institution, we do have power to fight for ourselves. And 2018 is the year that we are going to fight for our struggles. No one, comrade, will fight for ourselves. We will be liberated by ourselves. Without wasting time, comrade, sifikelele kwi ngengege. Why we are here, comrade? And the General Secretary of the Union is going to read and table the demands from this masses. And we are saying, comrade, after they have received, we will count. We will start now to count. We mean business this time around. Bazawusibona. Eastern Cape, imehlo ditheni lijongile. General Secretary, where are you? Elilizwe lelamakomanisi asose aphela mandla. Elilizwe lelamakomanisi asose aphela mandla. Elilizwe lelamakomanisi asose aphela mandla. Sinyusa abantu abangootata. Over to you, GS.
Amandla wethu Matla Aruna, all power to the people. Thank you very much, Second Deputy President. This memorandum, comrade, is too long. We have been here since 8 o'clock, some of us. Now I will summarize it, but I will be specific on demands. The National Executive Committee of the National Union in April received a report from Northwest in relation to the March of the 20th March 2018. Upon receiving that report, we discussed and came to the conclusion that we should elevate the matter of Northwest to a national level. And the President has indicated, Minister, this is a national day of action. Consciously chose to have it here. And the reality, comrades, of this march is not only about Department of Health. It's about the paralysis of Northwest government. We, as members of Nehawu, we encounter problems department by department. We do acknowledge the fact that Cabinet has intervened in as far as health is concerned. But our problems are cutting across all departments, including the office of the Premier. As we are discussing these issues, comrades, we have noted that here there are serious challenges arising from maladministration, using privatization and outsourcing as a scapegoat to loot resources of the state for their personal accumulation, under the disguise that the state is not capacitated enough to respond to matters of service delivery. Hence, the high level of corruption. We have seen some cows delivered in Uganda using the state resources. We have noted the lack of development and skilling of our members across departments in this province of Northwest. We have noted with serious concern the refusal to fill funded vacant posts, to a point that even HIV grant, Minister, can be redirected for looting as opposed to respond to our brothers and sisters. We have noted with serious concern the non-compliance with the Occupational and Health and Safety Act. Above all, comrades, is an issue of not having leadership to preside over its government, led by Supra. It's on those bases when we say, down with Supra, down! Down with Supra, down! Aga resign with Supra now, aga resign, We don't want to talk about the level of corruption, comrades. On the basis of what we have noted here in Northwest, but also as the President has said, that also we have noted these issues across 8 provinces led by the ANC, plus 1 province led by DA. So we have a challenge in all provinces, Minister, and we think that this is an opportunity for us to engage with you. But we are here, therefore, comrades, to present, having noted the issues that I have raised, this memorandum as a call to the Interministerial Committee so that it put measures for us to engage on the issues, not to engage, but to find a speedily resolve on those issues. We want to resolve these issues as soon as yesterday. You will hear the time frame that will be giving the Minister of Health, who is here on behalf of the Interministerial Committee. The first demand, comrades, that we are placing on record is that the immediate action be taken on the Department of Social Development issues related to occupational health and safety compliance offices. We also, linking to that, we must immediately attend to the maladministration and corruption, as well as the removal of Ms. Motobi as the head of the Department of Social Development. The second demand, comrade, is in relation to the Department of Public Works, which must do away with all existing lease agreements of office buildings which are non-compliant with the Occupational Health and Safety Act. In this regard, these lease agreements should be replaced with government-owned buildings. The third demand, comrades, relates to the forensic investigation which must be conducted into the alleged corruption case in Ratlo offices, including relating to the theft of state vehicles and office equipment. The fourth demand is an immediate insourcing of all functions previously performed by Bosasa and the reinstatement of all the 84 workers whose contracts were unilaterally and unfairly terminated by Bosasa as a result of the agreement they have with the social development. The fifth demand is a release of the investigation report by the Department of Public Works into all government-occupied buildings, including issues related to lack of access of state houses by government employees, wrongful allocation of state houses to people directly related to the Premier without following proper procedures. We demand the release of the Department of Human Settlement Investigations report into the 2014 shooting incidents in the Northwest Development Corporation building. And linked to that are the following points. Reinstate Comrade Lillian Motlabi, who was wrongly and unfairly charged with gross insubordination to her position into subsidy claim. 2. Investigate all extended lease agreements of office buildings irrespective of non-compliance to OHS standards. 3. We demand termination of privatized project management unit, which is a duplicate of function in the Housing Development Inspectorate. 4. Investigate all irregular appointments that were made from 2013 to date. The last one, linked to this demand, investigate the fiscal dumping of Human Settlement Development grant to housing development agencies. Demand number 7, the immediate termination of fraudulent acquired contracts of all outsourced services and service providers, including the famous Modiosa, Buthelezi MS, Rallyform Investment Holdings, Marang, Nepo Data Dynamics, AgriDelight, Ayama Consulting Engineers, and others. Demand number 8, the insourcing of all outsourced services in all provincial government. We demand the employment of all contract workers on permanent basis. Investigation of all these contracts where government is leasing buildings. Improve facilities and offices that are conducive for human rehabilitation. Establish OHS committees in each workplace. Demand number 12, immediate and uncompromising payment of all outstanding overtime payments and PDM's cash bonuses to our members and all workers in departments. Demand number 13, pay OSD to all qualifying workers. Demand number 14, lift the moratorium on advertising and filling all funded vacant posts. Demand 15, investigate state of Popelong Hospital, the role of the suspended CEO, and improve the delivery of quality health services. Demand number 16, investigate the entire state of health facilities in the province with a focus on the lack of proper medication, state of emergency services, as well as the impact of both outsourcing and the short of staff on quality health service delivery. Demand number 17, build more residencies to accommodate student nurses with college premises, within college premises. Demand number 18, increase the number of emergency employees as well as the number of state ambulances. Demand number 19, provide all government employees with the necessary working tools in order to perform their duties efficiently and effectively. Demand number 20, conduct a forensic investigation in the following departments. 1, rural environment and agriculture. B, development and local government and human settlements. C, public works and roads. D, finance, economy and enterprise development. E, tourism. F, social development, community safety and transport management. G, Minister, G is invincible. Is it invincible? You will not see it. But by the time you receive it, it's going to be included. Including the office of the Premier. The office of the Premier, comrades will recall, it has declared some of the departments under administration. And all those departments, corruption is found. And this corruption happened under his nose. Therefore, he must face consequences of his action. So the Premier's office must be the first one to be investigated in terms of our memorandum. By the time you sign it, it would have been included. Demand number 21 is a removal of the Chief Financial Officer of the Department of Finance, Economy and Enterprise Development for defaming the character of workers in that department by putting them through an illegal lie detector test. 22, install security services in all departments. Demand number 23, create dignified, quality employment for the people of Northwest Province, particularly the youth, through state-driven skills development programs. The demand number 24, the Provincial Secretary of the South African Communist Party made the point. We are not demanding the removal of Supra because we hate Supra as individuals. We demand his removal because of his action. It's precisely the reason that therefore we say, we demand with immediate effect for the removal of Supra as the Premier of Northwest in light of the evidence of scourge of corruption, deliberate underdevelopment of the Northwest Province, the systematic collapse of the strategic institution of government, and his serious incapacity to lead a clean developmental state. We consider all the above stated demands as urgent due to their direct bearing on our members, on the general public employees, and therefore on their negative impact on the service delivery. In this regard, we demand a response to this within a period of 24 hours. Within the period of 24 working hours from the date of receipt. Once you sign, Minister, we count 1 minute. Failure to do this, there will be a mass rolling action across the country. In this regard, President, we will want then to hand over the memorandum to the Minister.
Asimura, Husainamo, Husainamo, Husainamo,
Asimura, Husainamo, 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 Namo, Asimura, Husainamo, Namo, Asimu, Dibukate, Dibukate, Asimura, Dibukate, Bukate.
This one is yours. This one is mine.
Amandla! Amandla! Thank you, comrades. Comrade General Secretary of COSATU, Comrade Begin Jalinjali, the President of Nehawu and the Secretary General here next to me, and the national leadership of Nehawu, as well as the provincial leadership, alliance partners in the Communist Party, Sanko, and the ANC itself. Good afternoon, comrades. Indeed, I did not come here to represent the Department of Health only. As the Secretary General has said, I was sent by the interministerial task team led by Comrade Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma to come and represent the committee here, so that the memo I'm receiving and the demands are for all the departments, and yes, including the Premier's office, because as we have heard, we've taken over all the departments in this province. That has already been announced. Comrades, obviously, I'm not here to answer the demands of this memorandum now, because some of them I may not even understand, because we have submitted demands to all government departments. So I can't answer them. But I can answer one thing, comrade, without any fear of contradiction, that we agree with you fully that in this government we won't tolerate corruption. That I agree with you, comrade. We cannot debate that, because there's no question that those of us, comrades, who are corrupt, whether they belong to my own party, the ANC, I'm repeating what I said during the budget speech yesterday, because the DA
in Parliament was behaving as if corruption is our policy. It's not. And I was telling them, those who steal from the poor, those who steal from the sick, they must face the full might of the law. That one I can respond to. If there is any evidence of corruption that we are going to find in all the investigations we must do, the people who did that must face the music. Because very clearly, comrades, corruption and development cannot be mentioned in the same sentence. They don't belong together. If there is corruption, there will be no development and there will be no service delivery. On that score, we agree with you. But we are saying all South Africans must join this government to help fight corruption. It's not a thing that will be, yes, it is not something that will be fought by President Cyril Ramaphosa alone. He needs all of us to fight it, because we don't want it in this country, comrade, because we want good governance in the country. Thank you very much, comrades.
Eliliswe lela makomanisi asose aphela mandla Eliliswe lela makomanisi asose aphela mandla
aphela mandla asoze aphela mandla asoze aphela
Eliliswe lela makomanisi.
All right, live visuals for you from the protest by Nehawu members in Mahikeng. We've been hearing from union members saying that they will keep on fighting and tackling problems in every province. And also we heard them reading out a list of demands, calling for action in the crisis in the Northwest Province, and for their demands to be met within the next 24 hours, or they will continue with mass rolling action. So it's been weeks of turmoil in that province following calls for the resignation of Premier Supra Mahumapelo, and there's been a shutdown of services in that province. The health department, an absolute essential department, has been severely affected by these shutdowns. So marchers are calling for more decisive action in addressing allegations of corruption that's believed to be crippling the Northwest Provincial Government. So that memorandum of demands has now been handed over to the Health Minister, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, and then we are expecting a media briefing to be held on the findings of the Interministerial Task Team, which has been set up to intervene in that province. So I believe that we will be taking you to that media briefing as soon as it gets underway. But from me, that's where I leave it for now, and I'll hand over to Alicia and Peter to take you through the rest of the afternoon. From me and the rest of the News Live team, thanks so much for joining us. Bye-bye.